Hey there, it's Ronnie from Songwriting Wizard. I thought this might be interesting to start analysing songs and speaking about what I'm thinking about. I'd like to hear what you're thinking about as well when you hear some of these songs, because when you start to learn more and write more and develop as a musician and a writer and everything else, you'll start to analyse things and understand things on a different level, song-wise, and you'll start to pick things up, and it's really interesting. And so this song I thought I'd do is I Can See Clearly Now by Jonny Nash. Now, this is a song that pretty much everyone knows. If you don't know it, when I start playing it, you'll know it. So there's a lot of interesting things to point out about this song that'll make you think when you're thinking about writing your own songs and things. So I want to point a few things out. So here we'll start the song.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
So the first thing to point out is the hook, the chorus, is the very first thing that comes in. So this is a question for you. If you come up with a great hook or chorus, do you want to start with it? Do you want this to be, how do you want it to fit into your song? Do you want the song to build up to it, or do you want to start with it? So in this case, we're starting with the chorus, and it's a very well known hook. I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day.
And clearly it's a great message of optimism, and it really gets you dragged into the song rather than having an intro that interests you. You hear the best bit of the song and then you're thinking, right, where is it taking me from here? Where is this going to go? But a few things I want to point out. Firstly, the great singing on it. This guy Jonny Nash is not trying to use his voice in some complicated way. He's just getting the best out of the song, and he really does do that. And if you start listening to the way he's singing it, it's really brilliant how he sings it so simply. But the other thing is to think about the fact that this is a really well known song. A lot of people would say this is one of their favourite songs, and I've heard people say this is my favourite song or whatever, and they still don't know the lyrics. And think about the rest of the lyrics. The rest of the lyrics are kind of good, but no one really knows them. no one really. A lot of people, even who like the song, cannot sing along to the song. So the next time you're putting your lyrics down, maybe you're thinking too much about them or worrying too much about them, given the knowledge that you know yourself, that even some of your favourite songs you don't know the lyrics to, or you don't know all the lyrics to. So think about that. But where are we going from here?
It's gonna be bright, bright.
So up to then, very simple, basically two chords, two major chords. Let's see, where are we? This guitar is probably not in tune, but the tune is E flat and G sharp. Very simple chords, very simple. But then it goes out of key to this chord, which is going out of the major key. Gonna be a bright. So that chord, you can hear that the impact that has going out of key, not out of key, but out of the major key. That's C sharp major. This is, as I'm saying, the guitar's probably out, it's probably in E, but so all major chords so far.
Bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone.
So brilliant. He's the rhyme in the first line is harking back to the rhyme at the start of the song. So the structure of the song so far is it's this kind of strong verse, aka chorus or whatever, and then a little kind of little tiny refrain kind of section or whatever you want to call it, where it goes bright, bright, sunshiny day. So that's almost like a mini chorus in itself, and then it comes back to the basic, the first part, but he's changing the lyrics to it. So it's like a chorus that he's changing the lyrics to, but he's harking back. Whoever the songwriter is, I don't know if it's Jonny Nash or anything, but he's harking back to that first line. I can see nearly now the rain is gone. The song's gone on another 50 seconds, but the next time that first line comes in, something, the pain is gone. So it's really brilliant that he's done that.
All of the bad feelings have disappeared.
Just a little production note. The harmony singing's coming in. He's singing in harmony to himself. This is a brilliant trick. He didn't really need to change the lyrics to that. He could have sang the way I would write a song, right? Okay. I would have just probably kept the first verse pretty much the same, the second verse pretty much the same as the first verse, with some minor changes. And those little things like adding in the harmony singing gives it enough difference for it to be a progression in the song. It doesn't need a whole different story in the lyrics. The whole story is there in the first basically line. The whole story of the song is there in the first line. I can see clearly now the rain is gone, and you can relate to that immediately, and the hope and the optimism. He could have went into the second verse. I can see clearly now the pain is gone. You know, he could have just changed one word. It would have been enough. But I think it's. Let me go back to 50. Where is it?
It's gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day. I think I can make it.
Right. So I think I can make. He's totally changing it. He didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. They could have just went, I can see clearly now the pain is gone. That would have been enough of a change. So I want you to think about that when you're writing lyrics or doing things, because no one knows that second verse. Like, no one knows, I think I can, no one knows that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone knows the first line, no one knows that second verse, but he harks back with the pain is gone. But he could have just kept it even simpler, just said, I can see clearly now the pain is gone. That, I can see all obstacles in my way, blah blah blah, and slightly changed it, and it would be so much easier for everyone to sing along to. Think about that. Think about people singing along.
Now the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared.
Harmonies.
Here is the rainbow I've been praying for.
Like his beautiful lyrics. Here's that rainbow I've been playing for, but unless you're really listening to it, you're maybe not catching these lyrics. But the right here is that rainbow, nice rhythm to the lyrics, nice and clear, no stumble really, you know.
It's gonna be bright, bright.
And the same, it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. So they're not even worried about the fact that sunshiny isn't a word. That's brilliant. You know, you need to be loose and free with the lyrics like that. So it's like sunshiny day, brilliant. Like no one says it's a sunshiny day, but it works really great, and everyone loves the song.
Bright, bright, sunshiny day.
So a big change here. And this is just one of the laws of music in terms of with pop music. You're trying to put this whole story into 2-3 minutes. This song is only about 2 minutes 44, the entire song. So you're trying to get this whole song in, and you need to get some kind of counter bit. It's usually called a middle eight, where it really shifts or changes, or the tempo changes, the chords change. It might move out of key. Once again. and it's still staying in major chords. He's not played a minor chord yet in the whole song, which is interesting. So it's going up to a different chord, going totally into a different key now. Still major chord. There's the first minor chord. Where is it? Something like that. And it's such a departure away from the such a departure. And it's that kind of dramatic change. It's just caused by going to a different key, because it's not any kind of weird chords, it's just major chords again. And then this kind of transition chord. Yeah, sorry. Something. So it's a really great moving out of key and then pulling it back with those little transition chords. It's cool. Let's hear the rest of it. And now it's so built, like it's so joyous. you've went way out into this different world of melody or whatever, or the harmony, and then he's reeled it back in, and now it's even more joyous, and he's going back to the original chorus. So it's the first time he's repeating the chorus, and now it's just so much bigger now. And that's pretty much it. It's just two sort of verses that are basically choruses. This little bit at the end, it's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Just a little. It's like a mini verse chorus, but it's just like a great verse. Then this dramatic middle eight moving away, but it's not using any minor chords. This is what's really interesting about this song. Not really any minor chords at all, but it still projects enough emotional differences. Do you know what I mean? Like it's got enough light and dark, light and shade, without the need for a lot of minor chords. And the only minor chords that was used is a transition chord to get back to that joyous melody. So that's my analysis, my thoughts on the song. That's the kind of thing that pop into my mind when I'm listening to it, and I'm going, wow, that's interesting, I'm learning that. I can try that if I'm writing a song. I can try and be more simple and not even have a verse, just have a chorus straight away and a little refrain part, whatever you want to call it. Brilliant song, but you can see as well how you could change things to make it just easier for everyone to remember and sing and you know, sing along to. Singing along to the songs is the main thing, getting people to sing along. So that's what I think. Let me know what you thought about this analysis, if you'd like to see more of these type of videos, and subscribe to the channel, share this with someone else, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you want me to analyse or go through a song and why it works and why it sounds great, then let me know. Thank you. Oh, and you can go to my website if you want to subscribe to my emails. Thanks.